Hi everyone joining me again. Welcome back to my channel. I've been gone for a little while. Some stuff happened. Life is crazy, but I'm very blessed to have people in my life that show up for me. So if you stayed with me, thank you. If you're new, welcome. Today's pick a card reading is kind of going to be something easy. I don't really have the energy for like really long or energy consuming readings. So this one's just going to be a little quick, like who's missing you and what's going on with that. And then hopefully soon I can kind of give you guys better, longer videos. But for today, we have 3 piles to pick from. We have the pink rose quartz, red jasper, and the selenite. Go ahead and skip to your pile now. Hi, pile number 1. If you picked the rose quartz, this reading is for you. Thanks so much for joining me. Always remember that if this doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not the reading for you. And there are many other readings. But if it does, you should let me know in the comments because I love hearing when my readings do resonate with you guys. So, who is missing you? What's going on? So we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is, talks a lot about abundance and manifestation and prosperity and opportunities in many different areas of life, but mainly in the material world. So this person could be someone that, has got it together. They're not struggling, they're not hurting for anything. This is someone who has a very bright outlook in life. They see the world as the cliche saying, glass full instead of half empty. I think that they've kind of been maybe slightly out of your life, which is why they're missing you. I think they could have kind of disappeared, maybe ghost you even, and you didn't really know why or what was going on. I think they could have gotten scared, or they were shy, or they were just off dealing with their own stuff and their own situation. However, I think that they were kind of maybe hiding something from you. This could be, depending on your situation, how they were feeling about you. It could be that they were feeling positive or negatively about you. I'm not sure, but if how they were feeling a certain type of way about this connection, something, they had to hide something. They had secrets, and maybe they felt they couldn't trust you. Whatever was going on with them, it is in reverse, as is the Hermit. So this energy is changing, or will change, to kind of guide you guys in a open direction where you guys are like, it's open, your connection to new possibilities. Maybe your relationship will change in some way. But I think that they were kind of maybe acting shady or sneaky, or they thought that you were, so they kind of backed away and kind of went within themselves. And it could have just been them and their situation in their life from their past bringing up stuff, but that affected your connection, right? So they were dealing with stuff that they had to go through and kind of go into hermit mode and go within, maybe isolate a little bit. So I think that if this person was isolating, they weren't just isolating from you. I think they were just isolating from everyone. So it's not personal, that they were kind of in their own world figuring their own stuff out. But it's all changing. It's all in reverse to come into being an open person with you. I think that there's going to be secrets revealed. If they were hiding something about you or hiding something about themselves or whatever the case is, things are going to change, and they will let you know that they are open to this connection and where you guys could, go. And they're done hiding whatever it is that they're hiding. Pile number 1, that's all I really have for you. It's a little vague, but I think that you know who this person who is missing you is. I think that we should take it a little further and see what they're missing about you. So hang tight, and let's get an oracle card for this. Because I almost ended it there, and I was like, you know what? I would want to know what they're missing about me. Because I like compliments sometimes. Or reassurance. So let's see. Sorry if I know it's going to be too loud. So I'm going to shuffle on my lap because it's quite loud on my table. Um, so let's see, what are they missing about you? But it is quite a nice reading because they are kind of stepping out of their old habits that they had with you, their old communication style that they just weren't, it wasn't a productive style of communicating, and I think they're going to change that and kind of just open up and let you know what's been going on, how they feel, you know, where you guys stand. If you're unsure about where you guys stand, I think they'll clear that up for you as well. But what came out for what they're missing about you is breathe. And I think they're just missing your energy, your vibes, the connection itself as well. I think that you guys could have like a quite joyful and a little innocent, in a way, connection. So they miss like the fun times and the joyfulness and the lightheartedness that they felt around you. They felt like they could breathe. You brought them peace and calm. I think you're quite spiritual, and you kind of talked to them and brought them out of their own bubble and helped them see that like nothing was as bad as it really seems. I think you did that for them, whether you meant to or not. You were just like this calming person for them with like really beautiful energy. So they just really miss your energy. So pile number 1, I am officially done with your reading. Thank you so much. Join me again for next time. Bye guys. Hi pile number 2, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy you're here. So we're just gonna get into the reading. Now this person, there's a lot to kind of unpack. First of all, I think that in this connection they didn't treat you right. They kind of hurt your feelings. They might have broken your heart. And honestly, this could be a friend. It doesn't have to be a romantic interest, but there is a lot kind of saying that it's a romantic interest, the person who's missing you. They're kind of nostalgic. They're thinking back to the past of how things were and how they fucked it up and how they regret that. How they wish they could go back and just start over. It's a little heavy, this pile. So like I said, they treated you unfairly. It was just wrong. They didn't do you right. They maybe were like telling you, I don't want any labels. Maybe they were talking to multiple people. Some could go as far as to say that they cheated. However, I think that within this connection, there was at one point where you thought you were in love with this person, or you thought that the feelings were very deep. For others of you, take it as it resonates, because this is a generalized reading. But for some of you guys, this person was like a very true love. And then for others of you guys, it just felt like true love. So it could have just been an infatuation, or it could have been just lust. But for some of you guys, it was very, very real. And it, you know, what would happen between you guys cut you guys very, very deeply. I think it felt like your heart was breaking into a million little pieces at some points. Because we have here the 3 of Swords. It talks about very, very deep wounds of the heart. And in this case, with someone that you loved. It's a little sad. But this person is kind of, he or she, they're very ambitious. They're action oriented. They don't really wait for things to happen. They just go for it. And I think that could be true about you. They were very passionate. I think in this connection there's a lot of passion and a lot of, I'm getting fire sign vibes, but you know, they don't have to be a fire sign, but a lot of enthusiasm and just like really wanting to hang out. And they probably initiated a lot of the hanging out too, so it felt really nice. And maybe at one point they kind of stopped doing that and they weren't up for it, and they got kind of lazy in the connection, and you were left kind of wondering, like, did I do something wrong? What's going on? But of course, it's never about you. It's always the other person kind of trying to figure things out for themselves. And they want to come towards you, but this person, if you give them another chance, or if you guys are working it out, like I said, they miss how things were. If you guys are still talking, but if you guys aren't, they just look back at the past a lot and just wish that you could have that spark that you used to have for them. I think that you were also excited and very much in love with them, in love with the connection, or infatuated, and you were excited all the time to talk to them. And sometimes I think that they'll reach out to you and you're kind of dry, or you know, you just don't respond. And that really gets to them because you didn't used to be that way about them, but they broke your heart. They hurt you really bad. So you know, it's hard to just erase things even when you forgive. But this person has like a very long journey to go through in order to become the person that they should be. So I don't, you know, if they reach out, I don't really see you reciprocating or you really like feeling it, because you don't know if this person has changed, and if they've changed, you're not sure you want to go back to that. So this person is kind of just walking into like a time of solitude to figure themselves out, to work on themselves, which I think they really, really desperately, oh my God, holy shit, need to do. Like, it's that bad how badly they need to like work on themselves and figure out their own shit. And then what they miss about you, they miss your wit, they miss your, they miss looking at you a lot. I think that they found you really attractive. They miss having you around. They miss how like you never let shit slide. You always like saw and noticed what was going on. You probably called them out on their shit in a playful way most of the time, and they really liked that about you, that you never like, you weren't gullible or easily fooled. Even though I feel like for you, sometimes you question that, like if you were the dumb one, if you were fooled. But I don't think you are. I just think this person's quite lost. But it's not really your job or your problem. Pile number 2, I hope that resonated with you. If it did, let me know in the comments. That's all I really have for you guys. I just say be on the lookout for this person, because their energy, they're not ready. They're not ready for anything with anyone. So keep that in mind. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys. Hi, pile number 3. If you picked the Selenites, this reading is for you. I'm so happy you're here today. I hope everyone is well. So for your pile, and this should be quite short, I don't have too many cards, but I hope it's thorough enough. So this person is someone close to you, that has been close to you at one point. For some of you guys, it could have been a friend, family, a guide, friends with benefits. For some of you guys, I am getting that. And I think that you guys might have never been able to really get past the friends with benefits situation, or you guys are just friends, and maybe there was a little bit of something disruptive. There was a conversation where you guys were laid it out all on the line, and each of you knew where the other stood, and that kind of divided you guys. So maybe, you know, there was a text conversation or a in-person conversation. Do people still have those? I don't. But it was a conversation where like someone was like, hey, I feel this way, I want this, and the other person's like, I don't feel that way, I want this, or I do feel that way, but I want that. So there's a little bit of that. So I think you guys went a little bit without communication, and maybe there is some communication for some of you guys, but definitely not a lot of face-to-face interaction, meaning not a lot of dates, not a lot of hanging out and whatnot. And they really miss hanging out with you. I think you guys are part of each other's soul family in a way. Take that as it resonates. And just because they're part of your soul family, though, it doesn't mean that they're meant to be in your life forever. So don't take that as in like, oh, I'm gonna text them now, because, you know, take it as it resonates. Use your intuition first. But this person really missed his hanging out with you. Maybe you guys used to drink together or smoke together, or just hang out and talk and watch movies, drive around, possibly celebrate. Maybe you guys gave each other gifts for your birthdays or Christmas, or there was, you know, gift exchanging between you guys. Just overall really, really good connection, especially in the friend section of it. You guys were friends first and foremost, and then the rest of it came. And they really miss your friendship. And I think that for some of you guys were lovers, and for others of you guys were simply just soulmates. And I say simply because, you know, you can have soulmates in all areas of your life, not just the romantic area of your life. You could have, you know, platonic friendship soulmates. Those are awesome. I love those. But like I said, just, you know, not everyone is meant to be in your life, no matter how deep the connection. And I do think this connection ran pretty deep, and they did have emotions for you and feelings, and they really care about you still, and they like only wish the best for you. And I think that sometimes they wonder about their decision. So for some of you guys could have wanted more, and they were like, no, you know, I can't do more for you, and they kind of question that and question if they made the right choice and decision. I think that both of you guys will keep going forward. For most of you guys, I think you guys will come back into communication if you guys haven't. But I think that this person is kind of scared to change the way that things were in your connection. They're kind of scared to take the next step. They're kind of scared to put a label on it, to make it serious. But they want to go forward, and they want the connection to deepen, and they want you guys to be on the same path. That's what they want, right? Are they gonna do it? Is it gonna, that's another thing. But then we have what they miss about you, and they just miss, like, I think that you were pretty much up for anything. They texted you late at night, let's go get ice cream, or hey, what are you doing? Are you up for a chat? Like, I think you guys were spontaneous in a way, nothing too crazy, but I do think that when they needed you, you were always there for them. And sometimes you could have been like, hey, let's go do this, initiating the plans. But I think that they just really liked the way you just adapted to all situations, how you were kind of up for anything. But I also think that you might have accommodated them too much. You kind of bent over backwards for them in a way that they really liked, but also it was a little harming to you because you were kind of letting go of your boundaries, and you were trying to please this person so much because you were hoping for something more with them. And I think it'd be beneficial to you if kind of looked within and didn't do so much people pleasing. I think that when it came to this connection, you were the one sacrificing a lot. Like, you'd be like, hey, want to hang? And they'd be like, oh, I can't. But then when they were left you on red or whatever, but when they wanted to hang out, you were drop of a hat there. While they really liked that, I think that was, it might have hurt you. And people pleasing and that kind of stuff wasn't really beneficial to the relationship, and it wasn't beneficial to you. So you are going to keep going forward, and you're going to be fine. And if this person wants to come back into your life and move things along with you, that is your choice, that is your option. If you don't choose to go back to them or to continue the situation, you're going to be fine. Okay, you will meet someone else who is a better match for you if this person isn't a good match for you. But my number 3, that's all I really have for you. I hope that resonated with you. And for you, I'm just getting a strong something to tell you that your guides are looking out for you. They're watching over you. You're okay. You will be okay. And to not really stress on it. Don't stress about this person. Like, whatever happens, and if it doesn't happen, you're gonna be okay. And if it happens, you're gonna be okay, and it's all good. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.